Hello everybody, welcome to Informatica GCS support. My name is Sheetal Tiwari and today as part of this video KB, I will be covering the topic of managing hierarchies using API. Now let's quickly scan through the agenda of this video KB. First, I'll give you the overview of hierarchies. Secondly, we will discuss the prerequisite needed before executing the API call. As part of sample, I will discuss 3 API calls: add, update and delete relationship. And in the last section, I will give you the demo on these 3 API calls. What is hierarchies? Hierarchies basically show you the relationship between two individual records. These two individual records can belong to the same BO or two different BO. In a hierarchy model, you can have as many relationships defined as you want, but ensure these relationships are either direct or indirect with the root record. In the lower part, you can see the product group is the root record and the account is in indirect relationship with the product group, while the product group is in direct relationship with products and product is in direct relationship with account. In this hierarchy model itself, you can see there are multiple relationship defined. Now going to prerequisite, ensure you have hierarchies configured in Hub Console and provisioning tool. Basically, you should have entity objects, relationship objects and hierarchies defined in Hub Console. Ensure you have SOAP UI installed and WSDL imported. Moving to sample, first I will discuss the add relationship and moving forward we'll go with the update and delete relationship. In the add relationship API call, we are going to create relationship between two records. These two records in our case is going to be in the same BO, that is C party. The relationships are already defined in the Hub Console as the hierarchies is already enabled. Moving to update relationship. In the update relationship API call, we are going to update the same relationship we created. We are going to update the start date, end date and one of the custom columns. As part of delete relationship, we are going to delete the relationship we just created. Please note, the delete relationship does not remove the record from the relationship table. Rather, it sets the foreign key values to null. Moving on with the demo. In the first demo, we are going to try to create a relationship between two individual records using add relationship API. In this API call, you will have multiple fields. You can add, remove the fields based on your use case. I have already done those configuration as per my use case. In my case, I am trying to create a relationship between organization and a person. The row ID object 1 is for the org record and the row ID object 2 is for the person record. I have also provided the start date and end date, which are not mandatory fields. I have provided the start date as May 23, 2023 and end date as May 23, 2099. Any record that is being created as part of the relationship will be recorded in the CRL party table. I'll quickly show you the data in the database end for the person and the organization so that we can ensure the records are in active status. As you can see here, the person 1 per 1 is a person record and the org 1 is the organization record. Both these records belong to the same party table. Let's quickly execute the API. As we can see, the relationship was created and the row ID object is 40941. We will quickly note this so that we can query it in the relationship table. Querying it in the CRL party table, I am also going to query in the xref table. As we can see here, the relationship is created between the two records. We can see the custom columns are having null values and here even the start date and end date are updated as per the API call. Moving forward with the update relationship API. In the update relationship API, I am going to update the same relationship I just created, and I am just going to update the end date to 2029 May 23, and also going to update one of the custom columns called rel name. Let's quickly copy the row ID object for CRL party table. Let's quickly execute this API call. We can see update a relationship was successful, and we can see a new row ID xref is created. Let's quickly check the data in the database. As we can see, the relationship is updated. You can see the last update date, and here we can see the rel name is also updated, which was null before. We can also see in the xref there are two records. Previously there was one record for May 23, 2023 to May 23, 2099. Now, since we have sent an update for the starting date as May 23, 2023 till May 23, 2029, this end date is reflecting over here, but the previous record start date has changed from May 23, 2023 to May 23, 2029. We can also see for the first record, for the second record, since rel name is employees while the first record is having rel name as null, as this was the first record which was inserted. We have just inserted the second record over here, while the period and start date has changed, but the other custom columns are still remains null, as with the first API call we had not passed these values. Moving forward with the delete relationship API, we'll just quickly copy the row ID object so that we can delete this relationship. This is the delete relationship API. We are just going to paste the row ID object and run this request. We can see delete relationship process is successful. We will just quickly check the data in the database. As we can see, this relationship has been deleted. It has set the hub state indicator as -1. We have now completed the demo for 3 API calls: add, update and delete relationship. For any reference on these 3 API calls or hierarchies or relationship, you can refer to our docs.informatica.com. I have also listed out few of the reference material in this slide. Thank you for your time, and we would love to hear back from you on any of the below social medias.